and welcome back to another episode of Goblin-Sighting D&D. I'm your DM. These are my adventures. Sorry about the distance of time. We've had some stuff going on here with people being out of town or more out of town. And but we're back, and we are ready to go. We had just finished cavalry charging the crap out of our pack of our coterie of cyclopses. My alliteration only stretches that far. And you have just finished a long rest, I believe. Yes?
That's what I've got.
If anyone even needs it.
I've got everything freed out.
Before we finish the long rest, if you'd like to pop a beam in the ground and see what happens. Okay. Now I gotta pull the book out and see what
See what happens.
Alright, beans, what's up? Okay. Can I have you roll me a D100 for me?
Yes, just a second. Let me get the right number down here. $12. 99. Wow. Oh no.
You feel a familiar rumbling in the ground at your feet as a pyramid comes bursting out of the ground.
Okay.
How do you get 99?
You get a 9 on the you get a 9 on the percentile and a 9 on the D10.
Oh, okay. Another pyramid.
A pyramid.
Yes. Well, we got some good booty from the pyramid last time.
Yep.
Maybe they'll
That's the
have
one
some-
thing I didn't plan for.
Maybe they'll have manacles.
Har, de har, 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 har. So, I presume you guys want to go sneak up on a mummy lord?
Sneaky, sneaky.
You know he's in there.
Yes, we do. If we're gonna sneak up on a sarcophagus, do we do it by saying "mum's the word"? I thought we did. Yes.
No, you say that's a wrap.
No, that's after we're all done with it. We're sneaking up on it right now. Then, when we're successful,
That's fair. I deserve that.
Yeah, and we want to bring along some decongestant to keep the coffin inside.
it's a special kind, and that's because the tagline used to be "to stop the coffin." So, what was that? It was cherry flavored.
Sarcophagi.
No. We're talking about cough drops. It was very, very specific, and I used to. They were very.
Chloroseptic?
No. Nothing that has been turned into a liquid. You can't even buy them anymore.
Oh.
I'll think of it. They were delicious. Oh my gosh, they were so good.
Good to know.
They had a name.
It was
Something Brothers.
Smith Brothers cough drops.
Yeah.
When you really need to stop the coughing.
Alright. You're wearing the cloak of invisibility, so you're invisible. So you can punch out one of your invisibility uses for the day, just mentally. I've got that logged here. Everyone rolls a stealth check as you descend into the familiar, dusty, decaying, hot tunnel.
This is disturbing.
What's that?
So this is disturbing.
What's wrong?
Well, that's a good time to get one of
Your
those.
D20
Here
is
it
it?
is.
Oh, jeez. That's
A real good time to get a one.
one that you really, really need.
Oh, wait a
Fine.
minute. No, that's a 7. I thought it was a 1. That's
Oh,
fine.
Finn. You and your 29. stealth roll. Wow, Elizabeth didn't do too bad with an 18.
I've got 9.
And Victor. Advantage on those boots. He's got a 10. Victor trips on something in the gloom.
Uh-oh.
And you got a what?
9.
9 and a 19 and a 18 and a 25, 29.
What did Victor get?
10.
10, okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
You manage to get away. He knocks into a canoptic jar, but before it can smash, Finnan is there, grabbing it. So,
Probably with a wink.
surprise round. Of course. Finnan gets advantage. That's a lot. Oh boy, here we go. First hit is a critical sneak. Mummy Lord's got to make a con save. Where's your dice? My dude. Oh, Pharaoh. Where's your D20? What are you doing over there?
You should hit iron dice and then the Pharaoh's.
Yeah, I almost got some metallic dice today, but I didn't have my card set up. Thank God.
Yeah, there is that.
He does manage to pass the Death Strike con save. However, it's still a critical hit. Which means nothing happens, but the dice is still doubled. Which
Who's
means
this from?
Make it rain. Oh,
Sounds
it's from
like
Finnan.
Finnan.
He is sneak attacking this Mummy Lord. So I find his scimitar dice. Oh, I never wish to regret that little dice. Where'd you go?
Is it a 6?
Yeah.
It's behind you on your left, in the back corner of your inside of your chair, in the
Oh,
video
you-
frame.
It really moved.
Well, you redeem yourself by rolling a 5.
Very good. Very, very good.
5, 7, 13, 17, 18, 20, 25, 31, 35. Here we go again because we double the dice. 36, 41, 47, 51, 55, 66, 71, 74, 78, 84, plus 9, 93 points of damage.
Whoa.
That'll probably at least make him notice that he'd been hit.
Yeah.
Does he get a mushroom cloud over him?
Not exactly, but he definitely sliced him good. And now, really, whoever wants to take a shot at him, I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, I'll just let the melee fighters who don't run out of ammo
Absolutely.
take a shot at him.
Yeah.
And so Elizabeth's gonna charge in, burn a fighting spirit point, get advantage, use Great Weapon Master. Why does she need it? That's 23, I think. Yeah, it's 20. No, that's it's a 19. Still, it's not bad.
19 damage or 19?
No, it's a 19 to hit.
Gotcha.
No, shoot, that's a 14 to hit. Rats, she missed. Great Weapon Master. Try again.
Oh, what is that?
That's a 26 to hit, which does hit. So, one of these days I'm going to say, does a 23 hit? No.
No, I don't want to hear that.
Oh, good to know. I know your phobias now.
Uh-huh.
That's a 6 plus 10 is 16, plus 6 is 22, and... Oof. Still not down yet. The third attack is the charm. Because at advantage, with a 23 to hit, she deals 26 points of damage and wipes him out.
Oh.
So Finnan charges in, slices him apart as he's going down, kind of like the mummy in the first Mummy movie. They're like trying to run around with their legs cut off. Elizabeth just charges in, slices into bits.
Great.
Squish, squash. Now what do we have?
What do we have?
So as you exhume the sarcophagus, like the true Tomb Raiders you are, you find... Oh wait. I don't have enough dice for this.
I like those numbers.
We're going to find out that this sarcophagus is actually solid gold.
Interesting.
And we can melt it down to make it smaller and stick it in our bag.
44,000 gold pieces.
Oh! 44,000?
Well, no. I may have done it wrong. Let me double check.
I'm sorry.
No. Keep me honest.
No, I'm sorry to her.
Haha. Oh, nope, not that. Not bad. Oh. Oops. I rolled again. Hang on. Not bad.
It happens.
I was rolling above his challenge rating. You find 13,000 gold pieces.
Lovely.
Double sorry.
And 1,700 platinum pieces.
Nice.
Additionally, you find a little note that says, "Go here." Look in here, stupid.
Open this bottle.
Yeah. What are we doing here? Find. Uh-oh. Oh boy, this is gonna be a minute. Sorry.
No problem.
You find a bag of gems.
Ooh, nice.
Approximately 16 of them.
Wow.
16 bags?
No, 16 gems.
I can try.
Well, yes, there are 16 bags, each with one individual gem inside.
Yep.
Oh well, can't outsmart that dungeon.
If you'd like a description, I can give you one. Otherwise, we can just leave it at gem, which is fine. None of them are diamonds.
Well, I don't. Yeah. Are any of them emeralds? Because I do need.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, that's
Not
fine.
these ones.
Just curious.
There
So,
are
yeah.
other places where you can get diamond. There are other gemstone values. These ones, taking a quick peek at it, you would estimate they're probably worth somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 to 500 gold pieces a piece
Perfect.
on the open market.
Okay.
As long as you go to a place that is like sellable. And then you also get find a very finely crafted longbow arrow. Like, this thing looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then you find... Huh. Interesting. You find a potion bottle at the very bottom with a crimson liquid that regularly pulses with dull light, calling to mind a heartbeat. If you wanted to take 10 minutes while we're having a long rest to cast the spell Identify ritually so you don't have to use a spell slot, you could do that on all of the objects that we just picked up.
I'm curious specifically, about the potion and also the longbow arrow. So 10 minutes, we haven't really begun our day.
It's the end. It's the beginning of the long rest, so it's like nighttime. It's like basically practically night at this point.
Okay, basically.
The potion bottle is a potion of vitality.
Oh, we've heard of this
It
before.
removes any exhaustion you're suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you, and for the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points. Oops. For any hit die you spend.
Hmm. Wow.
The other is a +3 longbow arrow.
Whoa. So who do we have that is proficient at longbow? Victor? Only you?
And
Sweet.
Victor. The wizard and the fighter.
Sweet.
How many more of those beans do we have? One? Well, now. Alright then.
Have you had... starting with
So,
number
a long
9.
rest is had. No one lost anything in the last fight, so nothing happens there. You proceed on your way. As you proceed, the day passes with no real incident. You see some wild animals moving along at the edge of the forest as you proceed down the trade road, but other than that, nothing really happens to you.
Okay.
Would you like to plant the final bean?
I think that would be a good use. Yeah.
Alright. Plant away. And roll a D100 for me. Please don't take them in. Please don't take them in.
95.
Darn it!
Oh, really? Is it a pyramid?
I think it's a pyramid.
Oh my gosh.
Why is it always the
We do
pyramid?
have-
Did we get six? We had 6 beans, right? Total when we started.
Yes. No, we had 7. We had 7 because here's the first one right here, and then there's number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3. We just did number 2 before, just now, and this is number 1.
Did we get any non-pyramids?
Yes. We got the giant beanstalk.
Oh, okay.
We had a blue campfire. We had 15 toadstools pop up. And yeah,
And
the
we had
rest.
eggs.
Oh,
And one of
right.
them blew up in Finnan's guts.
Right. I remember that. So we
Well,
had some variety.
I'm just going to waive the combat if you have no objection and
We're
get
gonna
straight
be
to the
sneaking,
looting
huh?
because I know you guys are going to kill this thing.
Yeah.
Because it is not a deadly enough threat to present you guys with a problem. Just the way that you guys have handled every single mummified encounter is frankly embarrassing to the Pharaohs. Or the Pharaohs, excuse me. Okay. First, you find... Well, now. Well, this is fun. You find first thing you find reaching into the sarcophagus is a small gold statuette set with rubies. You would estimate it's several thousand gold. Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about 7,500
Okay.
or so. The second thing you find is a painted gold child's sarcophagus inside the sarcophagus, like a little matryoshka.
Yeah.
It's probably of an equal value, given the gilding and the jewel work.
Is it a toy or is it an actual child in there?
It's empty,
Okay.
but it was clearly intended for someone.
Okay.
And then last, you find a bejeweled ivory drinking horn with gold filigree of comparable value.
Is it
Oh darn, I rolled on the wrong. Darn it. We'll leave those. Darn it. Darn it. Idiot.
put it back?
Roll it back.
Okay.
Darn it.
That's
Darn
why I
it,
write in
darn it,
pencil.
darn it.
It's okay.
No, I keep looking at the wrong
Column?
column, yeah. Sorry, it was the other one.
So the first one is
Small compensational mercies, I guess. The first one you find is a brass mug with jade inlay worth about 250. Sorry.
it's okay.
The second, a silver necklace with a gemstone pendant. The third,
Wait, what's that one worth?
they're probably all comparably priced,
Okay.
given what you've seen in shops and bazaars and so forth.
Cool.
The third is a large, well-made tapestry
Ooh.
depicting some kind of whatever. It's a fantastical setting of pyramids and thrones and a river. You estimate that it's probably wherever this mummy lord's kingdom came from.
Okay.
What?
It's Egypt by any other name, but you guys don't know what Egypt is.
And it's well preserved, evidently. That's
Very.
cool. That's really cool.
The fourth is a... Did I say the fourth already?
No.
Okay. Fourth is a bronze crown
Ooh.
shaped in a strange and unknown pattern. Fifth is another silver necklace with another gemstone. The sixth is
What kind of gemstone did you need?
Diamonds or emeralds, but
So either a emerald, I mean,
No. And the sixth is a gold ring set with bloodstones. Then, let's actually look at the right table this time. You find a familiar looking potion containing a blue fluid that bubbles and steams as if boiling. You have a bottle of it somewhere in your inventory, I think, because I don't think anyone's drunk the potion of heroism yet.
mm-mm.
So we have another one of those you can add to your...
Okay.
what does it do?
1 second.
It'd be critical, I was just curious.
Oh. First, we'll give you your answer on that potion before I get sidetracked by this next thing. Potion of Heroism. You gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour, and you're under the effect of the Bless spell, meaning you get 1d4 to attacks, ability checks, and saving throws, or something to that effect.
Nice.
Cool.
You find a stoppered flask that sloshes when shaken as if it contains water.
Is
It's
it
really
wide?
fancy looking.
It's what?
Really fancy looking.
Is anything written on it that we would be able to discern what's inside?
Oh, it'll take an identify spell. Again, but you had that on ritual, so
Yeah.
not much of a problem. 1 second here to finish out. That was 2 things or 3 things so far? 2? Okay. You find... Oh! Rock, paper, scissors.
What?
Rock, paper, scissors. I need you guys to do a Rochambeau for me. Paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, ready?
Rock,
Paper, scissors, shoot.
You won.
He wins.
Okay, so you find a spell scroll of something called double check something really fast. Okay. It is something called Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum.
That's kind of like one of the houses.
The Archmage Mordenkainen made the Magnificent Mansion, and he has also apparently made something called a Private Sanctum as part of his spell repertoire. That was 3 things, right? Or 4?
That's
That
3.
was 3.
Good. You find...
Beans.
Another bag of beans. Containing... Well, it contains...
Oh, all of the pyramids. None of the other ones had it. They were on our last one. That is
6 more beans.
Wow.
That was 4 or 5? Number 4?
That
1,
was
2,
4.
3, 4.
Okay, so the 5 thing you find is...
Another bag of beans. No.
Another potion bottle. This one it seems to hold fog that moves and pours like water.
Have we ever seen anything like this before?
Nope.
Wow.
And the final thing you pull out of the sarcophagus is... Ooh, this is fun. Well, that's appropriate. A cloudy gray oil, beads of which seem to appear on the outside of the container and then quickly evaporate.
So it kind of is leaching out?
Not really. Yes, but it doesn't appear to diminish the amount.
Do we have time to do some investigation here? Or something?
Yeah, 10 minutes for an identify spell.
Yeah. Now, is that one thing at a time? So it's
No,
gonna be...
you can put up. Okay, yes. Technically, you kind of do.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well,
over the next couple of days, you can identify 1 or 2 things.
yeah.
You gotta spend no more than 2 hours total doing activities.
Right. Well,
So-
we've got We've only got 3 things to identify at this point.
So you'll be fine. 30 minutes of identifying gives you a grip on what you're up against. You have a potion of gaseous form.
That's the
That's the smoky
The
one.
cloud. that you're
Yeah, the
moving
cloudy,
around.
smoky thingy. Which you gain the effect of the gaseous form spell for 1 hour. Which basically means you're a fart. It's the way I
Tucker
first
has been
heard it
under a
described.
spell lately.
But like you are the embodiment of non-smelly fart.
Okay.
You're like
It's gotta have a different
smoke
name now.
cloud, basically.
So
You can fly at a certain speed. You're sort of not really visible, but you're kind of visible. You float around the gaseous
It'd probably
form
slow you down.
ish. Gaseous form. You transform a willing creature you touch, along with everything it's wearing and carrying, into a misty cloud for the duration. The spell ends, the creature drops 0 points. An incorporeal creature isn't affected, while in this form the target's only method of movement is a flying speed of 10 feet. The target can enter and occupy the space around the creature. The target has resistance to non-magical damage and has advantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws. The target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks, though it treats liquids as though they were solid surfaces. The target cannot fall and remains hovering in the air even when stunned or otherwise incapacitated, while in the form of a misty cloud the target cannot talk or manipulate objects, and any objects it was carrying or holding cannot be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. The target cannot attack or cast spells.
So when you said it drops to 0 points when the spell is done.
No, the other way around.
Oh.
If you get whacked enough times if someone's fighting the fart long enough that they hack you down to 0 hit points as a ghostly, smoky fart thing,
Okay.
then you become solid again.
Okay.
However, if they
I don't
simply
even want to go with that imagery. Oh my gosh.
if however they simply stun you or otherwise incapacitate you, you just kind of float there. You can't fall down.
Can you move
you're
up
immune.
as well as 10 feet?
Yeah, presumably.
Yeah. You could move somewhat out of the way.
You could, but if someone's
No,
like
I'm
shooting
surprised.
at you,
Yeah.
it's like an hour or something like that, or
And then do
8
you have the
hours or
choice
something.
to drop it yourself?
You could theoretically dismiss it, I think. Let me double check to see how long it lasts.
And can you see?
Yeah.
So you could go through and
Mhm.
get intel from
Yes.
things.
That is typically what it is used for.
Yeah.
It's up to an hour. It
Oh.
does not specify. It is a concentration spell in its normal form, so if you dropped concentration on it, if you were casting the gaseous form spell, then you would revert because the spell will be dropped. No concentration is required for the potion, though, so I assume you just kind of sit for an hour,
Wow.
looking like a fart.
I'm trying to imagine. So like,
Should
you really can't do anything except look around and see stuff.
And ooze through things.
Right.
And it should be definitely kind of an icky yellowish greenish color.
It's usually a like a grayish,
That's not
smoky form.
Well, it doesn't smell.
It doesn't stink. It's the way that it was described the first time I heard the spell used was it was Critical Role, so it was
Of
everyone
course.
was saying, oh, we're a bunch of farts. So I'm like, it's stuck.
As good a description as any.
So you got a potion of gaseous form. The
Stoppered flask with some liquid inside.
that is a decanter of endless water.
Ooh.
So that is a very interesting piece of equipment.
If you leave the cap off, you flood the building.
You can
I'd
use an
like
action
to-
to remove the stopper and speak one of 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask. The water stops pouring out at the start of your next turn. Choose from the following options. Stream produces 1 gallon of water. Fountain produces 5 gallons of water. Geyser produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth in a geyser 30 feet long and 1 foot wide. As a bonus action while holding the decanter, you can aim the geyser at a creature you can see within 30 feet of the target must succeed a strength saving throw or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone. Instead of a creature, you can target an object that is not being worn or carried and that weighs no more than 200 pounds. The object is either knocked over or pushed up to 15 feet away from you.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's like a fire hose at that point
Mhm.
in time, right?
Yeah.
Does it do bludgeoning damage or?
Yeah,
knock over
1d4
damage?
bludgeoning. Well, I mean, the object, I have no idea. I would assume
No,
not.
no, no. I'm just talking about against a person.
1d4.
Or a critter. Wow, that's pretty
If
awesome.
they fail the strength saving throw.
Right. That is pretty awesome. Plus,
that
if you
one-
need water.
Exactly. Anytime we're out of water, or we're in an area that we need water, we can just go either stream or fountain and get 1 to 5 gallons of water in 6
Yeah.
seconds. So we would pour it into something that we could then get out the water layer.
Right.
Our horses would appreciate that.
Yes, yes. And that's 1 to 5 gallons every 6 seconds, and there's no list of charges, so this thing doesn't run. It's literally endless
endless
water.
Endless water, yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's astonishing.
Mhm.
And another whole bag of beans. That's astonishing.
Cameras and beans, my
Bags
two
of
great
beans is going
things
to go
in
with
this
the
game.
gaseous potion. You can't help it. They can't separate.
Yeah. Oh, good
Well,
grief!
it's appropriate that you've got beans and a fart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. There was something else.
That we were looking for?
Oil.
Yeah, the cloudy gray oil.
There it is. Where is it? Oil of etherealness. One medium or smaller creature along with the equipment it is wearing or carrying can be applied over 10 minutes, which then gains the effect of the etherealness spell, which basically means it kind of poofs into the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Is this an escape mechanism or is it a banish somebody?
No, it's more of an escape. It's more of an escape mechanism.
Yeah.
Or a sneak place, because you can go through things. Because the ethereal plane is like a ghost mirror of this world, I think. I'm going to double check the etherealness spell here, but
It would,
it's
the
the way I
name would
remember
seem to
reading it.
suggest that. Wow.
You remain in the border ethereal for the duration, or until you use your action to dismiss the spell. During this time, you can move in any direction. If you move up or down, your foot of movement costs an extra foot. Everything there looks gray. You can't see anything more than 60 feet away. You can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. They can't perceive you if they're not on the ethereal plane. They can't interact with you unless a special ability or magic has given them the ability to do so. They can roll effects and objects that aren't on the ethereal plane, allowing you to move through objects you perceive on the plane you originated from. If you occupy the same spot as a solid object or creature when this happens, you are immediately shunted to the nearest unoccupied space that you can occupy and take force damage equal to twice the number of feet you are moved. So,
Wow.
basically you can use it to sneak into places completely invisibly. But you gotta move fast. Because I think it was, what, 10 minutes? Or an hour that you get the effects.
I don't think I heard.
Okay, let me double check that. Ugh. Oil of
And how many times can it be used?
once.
Okay.
Oil. Where are you? Oil of etherealness. 1 hour. So, the etherealness spell, as a spell, gives you 8 hours. This thing costs 10 minutes of time and gives you an hour of being able to just walk through, up, sideways through anything you want. It just costs an extra foot for every foot up. So you
An
can literally just
extra
walk
foot.
straight up. You could walk straight up in the air for 15 feet
Ah.
every 6 seconds as part of your movement. And then you could walk through solid objects. For example, you can see the castle, for example, or Panzarin's estate. You can just walk right through the wall. But if you're 10 feet inside a wall, you take 10 force damage when you come back out of when the spell wears off, because you get shunted 10 feet out of the wall.
What if you walk into the innards of a giant and you come out?
I would assume you both take force damage,
I would
but
assume.
it would probably be less than 1 point of force damage. I mean, it would probably be less than 1 point of force damage, maybe 2 points max, because you wouldn't be moving more than about 2 or 3 feet inside a giant.
But if I exit him with, I mean, if I have my weapon and I use my weapon to exit,
You're shunted automatically by the
Oh,
ethereal
okay.
spell ending. So you cannot technically occupy the same. That would count as a solid object in this case. So you would be shunted out, taking a point of force damage for every foot you moved, which since it's a giant, you probably wouldn't take more than 1 foot point of force damage.
Okay. Just seemed
A
like
better
an
way to do
opportunity.
that would be to do something like dimension dooring inside of something and then attacking from the inside while you're slowly digested.
Yeah.
That's better. Okay.
I mean, you can attack them,
Yeah. And
that
make
point.
actual damage in there.
potentially. You attack
then
at
you have to-
disadvantage because you're blind and restrained, because it's dark in there.
And it's
And
not so big.
it's small,
Yeah.
so not the best plan,
Well,
but
interesting. The concept is intriguing. Put it that
yeah. So
way. There we
this
are.
is day 3 we're starting out on. And as we go, another quiet day. And we've gone a total of 4 days now. So as you hit the long rest, would you like to fed the
Hey,
beans?
let's find some more beans.
We've left this breadcrumb trail of pyramids behind us.
We got one pyramid so far.
Oh, the rest of them all evaporated by now?
1d4 days after, so
Oh,
like,
okay. Oh,
the one
gosh.
outside Waterdeep has the ones outside Waterdeep have evaporated. The one behind us will evaporate in about a day or 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's plant a bean.
All right, roll me a d100.
Pew!
Knock off a bean from your list of 6 beans that you now have.
6 bean.
Now down to 5 and roll a d100.
Did we get 2 pyramids last time? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So we've
So
got
the
2.
first,
The
the
first
first
one's
one's going to drop off in about a day or 2. The second one's going to drop off tomorrow.
Oh, this is much better. Or different, anyway. 72.
Oh, I hope that's something that's good.
I hope it's something.
I hope it's not a pyramid.
Well, it's a different 10.
It'll be a Mayan pyramid instead of an Egyptian pyramid.
70 something you said?
72.
Oh, good.
Not really.
A fruit tree grows.
All right.
Okay.
What kind of fruit?
Well, it has 23 fruit. Hmm. It has 23 random looking fruit on it.
Okay. Have we ever seen any of these fruits before?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It almost looks like the normal fruit, but there's just something wrong about all of them.
Uh-huh. So, well,
We can do history check or an investigation
nature check?
check.
Or
Nature check.
magic? I mean,
Arcana check if you'd like.
Yeah.
One of them. Just a second. This is under.
Skills.
I was trying to see. So Arcana, I have a plus 11.
Wow. Roll for it.
It says right there. And I needed it. 18.
You sense a magical aura coming off of 4 of them. The rest appear to be relatively normal looking.
Well, I'm not hungry enough to eat something that.
But if you pick it, does it become something that has a use other than possibly being eaten?
I don't know. I did an Arcana for 18, and that's all I found out.
Is there any other kind of a check we can do?
Identify.
Yeah.
Identification. Investigation, you mean?
No,
No, I mean
identify.
identify.
Oh, yeah,
It's not a
Yes, you
skill.
do.
It's a spell.
Oh, it's a spell.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, since we've already had a day, I'm able to take a rest at night because I only need 4 hours. So let's do that. Is there a level on that one? Let's see. I need to go to spells.
So the way that works is you just take 10 minutes because it's a ritual spell,
Okay.
and you don't burn a spell slot.
Okay.
So, the first one that you find
I don't have identify.
what?
I don't find it in any of the list of my spells. Is that one that's
You should have had it. No, you should have had it. We've been rolling with you
Yeah.
having it for a while
For
now.
a long time now. I think you got it at some point in time. Did
I
you
may
have to
not
add
have
those
added
in?
it into
I was
here.
gonna say, I think you've got it in your white notebook somewhere. But
We're gonna just keep rolling with you having it because that's just easier than trying to retcon all these identifications.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
So the first one, the first fruit, it's kind of a blackish. It looks like an apple-shaped and sized blackberry, and it is a potion of acid resistance,
whoa.
or it has the properties thereof if you eat it.
Do these, once you pick them, start rotting, or do they?
You've picked it to identify it, so,
So
no,
we got it.
it's
Okay.
still sitting there.
Wow.
The second one is a potion of fire resistance.
Oh my goodness.
Is another potion of heroism.
This is our third one. Very cool.
And the fourth one is a potion of mind reading.
Ah.
And it gives you the effect of the Detect Thoughts spell with a DC 13 save.
Mhm.
Which you already know about because you have that helm.
Right. What was the DC 13?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Got it as a legacy. It's a first level.
Yeah. But it's ritual, so you don't have to burn a spell slot.
No,
to use it.
I was trying to find it in here, and what amazed me is when I get back to my spells, which it says I've learned. Oh, there it is. I walked right by it. It's a fish level.
Okay.
So I do have it.
Good. So that is the bean for day 4.
All right.
Another
Now it's
long
a half
rest.
bean.
Yes.
Yes.
Day 5 dawns cloudy with a threat of storm. What?
Cloudy with a chance of.
Beanfall.
There you go.
Nothing falls out of the sky, however. So,
Another eventless day.
another eventless day.
That's okay.
Day 6 dawns with the storm starting to recede further inland.
He didn't give you a chance to plant a bean.
If you would like to plant a bean, you may plant a bean.
Why don't we plant a bean?
Plant a bean. Roll the D100 for me.
Ah, yes. I have to write down my number of beans here.
You're at 4.
This is the fifth
No,
one.
this is
This is the 5th one.
Well, it's the
65.
second one out of 6.
65, you say. Good.
You mean you don't want another 95?
Huh.
Maybe I made a mistake. He's chuckling.
I'm high. There's a subtle difference.
Oh.
So, this is going to be interesting. I need you to roll me a d20. I need your. Hang on. How am I going to do this? Okay. That's kind of fun. About 15 feet away from Finnan, a sudden geyser of earth erupts, and a creature that seems made out of chitin plates and long claws comes tearing up out of the soil over on the left
Ooh.
and takes a jump at Finnan.
Ah!
Yeah.
Roll 95 next time.
I will do my best.
I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw. What's your dice, man? That's not your dice. What are you doing? Okay. He does manage to make the save.
Which means he evades.
Yes.
Do we need to roll initiative?
Yes.
I was just curious because it struck me that it wasn't going to just jump at him and then run off.
No.
Ooh.
It is, however, going to make a bite attack against Finnan first before on the surprise round. Ay, Dios. That's 24 to hit.
Ooh.
Gulp.
Gulp, gulp.
Finnan takes. Finnan takes 18 points of piercing damage.
Mm. Do we have a name for this critter?
Make a history check or a nature check, either one.
Well, I probably don't have anything.
Yeah, it's something.
It's something nasty.
Something shark. You think, maybe something. You've heard the name something shark,
Okay.
referencing a creature that burrows and jumps at things.
History 5, I had 12.
Land shark, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Land shark! Who's that?
All of my guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Finnan. Victor,
Yeah, no, I
Lisbeth, the Holy
all of
Trinity,
a sudden
the
sounded
sellswords,
almost-
the temple guards, the creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of things I'm rolling right now.
Yes.
I forgot about the guards.
Oh, yeah.
We should have rewarded them with something out of the pyramids.
We might
Why?
not be haven't sold anything, but we do pay them, you know.
Yeah.
They get paid every month.
Yeah.
So, however long it's been since we've gotten them, we'll need to keep track of that. And in a month, they'll come calling for payday.
And we'll give it to them.
And we'll remember what they got paid the first time, yes? Good. Just want to double check to make sure everything was squared away on that point so I didn't have to try and remember.
Right.
Alright. So, getting out our initiative thing, which I expect to be very quick, given that this is a thing. of very little comparative HP compared to everyone who is going to just come pounding on this thing.
Well, I won't get a chance to do anything at 9. Or no, yeah, at 9. I don't think. I mean, everybody's probably going to be ahead of me.
Elizabeth, Victor. Then we need to talk about this. You're about to go into dice jail yourself. Peeps. Critter. Well, guess who hit the high end of the, No, as a matter of fact, he's very low. He's like, 12 or something like that.
Wow. Elizabeth?
Oh, well, she's not bad. She's at 14.
The guards.
The cell swords.
Cool. Fabio.
Here we go again.
Fabio. You look fabulous. So what do they...
I know.
Yes, they do know.
No, they're at, 20.
Wow, nice.
Second. Darn it. Change this stupid music. It's the wrong music.
I've had so many low D20s, I may go to using the app to roll the way things are going.
You have a different D20?
Yeah. I can do this.
I'm glad you're amused by whatever that was.
Hmm?
I said I'm glad you're amused.
Well, I rolled the mechanical one to see if I could do better than the physical one, or the electronic one to see if it would do better than the physical one, and it was lower.
Oh no.
Can't put that one in dice jail.
Okay. What you got?
I had 5. Terrible.
Riger?
9.
9.
Fear not. For Fabio's fabulous fuckheads have arrived.
Yay! Fabulous.
Alright. Here we go.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say that, what was it? 8 of them can get, or 6 of them can get around this thing at one time. I think it was 8 because of the corners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, we can't have you around here right now. Go away. I pulled Kassan's old card.
Oh. I'll send him a postcard. Wish you were here.
Glad you're not. I, the DM, say that.
Yes, I know.
Da-da-da-da-da.
He's short little cleric.
We could sure use him as an older dragon later on, I'm sure.
Uh-huh. So the cell swords are going to charge in. Horse. Miss. Cell sword. Bullet. Blinded critter. Auto hits. What am I doing? Here's my dice. Oh, that's not bad. That's 8 plus 3 is 11 points of damage.
Yay.
Horse number 2. Hits. $12 points of damage.
Nice.
Double check something real fast here. Okay. Okay. Thingy makes it safe, so it's not prone. It is. There's an auto hit for the Soul Sword because his buddy's already blinded it. That's 9. 19 is 28. Horse number 3 with advantage. Blinded. Miss. Cell sword auto hits. 6 plus 8 is 14. They kill it.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the probable statistics of Cell Sword's auto hitting until its next turn,
Yeah.
and they kill it.
Okay, cool.
That's all, folks.
Phew. I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not. At least one of us isn't.
Does he have a pocket of plunder anywhere?
You can attempt to take pieces of him you think might sell later on if you'd like, but
Or is it a fin or something?
Not strictly, but he's got like a very hard outer plating to him. Somebody might
Yeah.
want if
Okay.
you want to haul around a stinking
Not really.
like 40 pounds of
No, because it
hide.
really mess up the bag of holding.
Yeah,
I think.
it would probably
Just
start
a-
rotting in there. Not gonna lie. Well,
No,
it's
but
technically airless in there, so
Yeah, but still, it could.
I don't know what would happen in
Could
there.
stink it out though.
Yeah.
Somehow, or at least.
Something would happen in there.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay. Well, that's the end of that one.
Yep.
Phew.
that's our little kerfuffle for the day.
He's
Cell Swords
dead.
earning their pay.
Thanks, guys.
Uh huh.
Glad you're all fine.
Uh huh. Oh yes, we are.
Fine, fabulous
Yeah.
fellows.
Long rest on day 5, 6.
Then it gets
7.
back all his
Day
points.
6.
Day 6. Finn will get back his points. So he get chomped on by this thing.
How many days do we have to get there?
10.
We have 4 more days.
I couldn't remember the 10.
It's a full 10 day from here to Dragonspear Castle. I could have put you guys in Cholt, but that's like 1,000 miles further down. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with that.
Wow. That's a long trip.
Yeah.
How long would that take? A couple months? Wow. I'm glad. I mean, this is got its adventurous side, but months of this probably would not be my favorite thing.
Yeah, we probably in that amount of time had about 300 beans.
I would start re-rolling.
Yeah. Oh man, I could not deal with 300 beans.
All right, so, bean,
Bean.
roll me.
I can't remember the bean. 4. All right. $55. Interesting.
Hmm. "12 bright pink toads crawl out of the ground where the bean was planted."
Toads?
Uh-huh.
Probably poison.
Bright pinks, usually bright colors for toads is usually not a good omen.
So you don't touch them?
I'm not touching one. We did grow toadstools quite a bit way back when,
Mhm.
but we did not pick them and bring them with us, so...
You were suspicious of them. So you just left them alone.
Yes.
About a minute passes and they transform into bright pink smoke and poof.
Goodbye. Could you give me any clues to what they were?
Did you touch any of them?
Not a one.
Then I can't help you.
Okay, no problem.
This is day 7 now.
Yes.
Quiet day. This is the trade road, so
Yeah.
this isn't exactly hiking cross country.
going
The
into the woods.
percentage would have gone up had you
Yes.
gone for. So,
Well, long rest.
bean.
Is that day 8?
Yep. No beans.
Bean, yep, bean 3. Or counting down.
Oh.
13.
13?
Oh my.
10 and 3. Yeah.
Wow.
Well then,
Ooh.
why is this still on? Oh yeah, I forgot to turn it off. You see a tree get up and walk away. It just is, it sprouts out of the bean plant area and just starts walking towards the tree line.
Okay. Sayonara. I'm not going to chase it down. So 9.
All right. Now she happens.
Now what?
I said now she happens.
She.
So, I need everyone to make a correction. Are you guys like looking around? Are you on alert, or are you doing something else?
given the fact that we have been traveling for 8 days with not much happening, my guesstimate would be that Fabio and his fabulous frackheads are the only ones kind of maintaining some sort of alertness.
Okay.
So I would say they probably would be, but because they're paid, right?
Fair.
I'm probably looking for possible Toshin components or something.
All right.
I'm wondering.
Need all of your passive perceptions.
Passive perception is 21. Oh,
What?
that's investigation. Passive is 18.
Wow.
Well, that's what it says here.
Ah.
Mine is 15.
Okay. So you are able to avoid a surprise round this time, I think. Let me check. Yeah. You feel the ground rumbling in a all too familiar pattern as 11 of these things that tried to
Land
eat Benny
sharks.
earlier, the land sharks, which, if you'd like to make another nature
Yeah.
check, go ahead and do that. Before we roll for the initiative.
My nature check was 11. I'm
11?
gonna give you my initiative. I'm 5 again on initiative. I have to bust upstairs while you roll everybody's initiative and so on and so forth. I will be back ASAP.
Well, I had all of 7.
I had 5. It's not going to be very.
It's going to be very frackhead heavy, hopefully.
Let's see. Why?
I'm going to go ahead and assume, statistically, that 2 of them go down instantly to Fabio's sellswords. Just because they can put 8 of them on them at one time, and 8 of them can 100% kill one of these things when combined with their stuff. Well, bother. Of course, that's always when they actually do something.
What was our check? Which one were we making?
Nature. Odin. Okay, be serious here. Wow. Finally, Finn. Okay. So, let's get this party started.
What's that?
I said, let's get this party started. Finnan is going to get the first shot off, which
What are we
means
fighting? Oh, we're.
fighting these land shark critters.
And how
We
many
still
are
have
there?
11. They're not together, unfortunately. They're in like a sort of a almost semicircle.
The way things have been going, I won't get a chance anyway. How many
You're above
cell
the
swords do we have?
20, but they're below you actually.
Oh, okay. It would probably be overkill to use chain lightning.
Alright, Finnan is going to get advantage on his attack because of Assassinate. Because the creatures have not taken their turn yet. Which means he gets Sneak Attack. Which means his 19 attack will hit. And... yeah. He gets to drop the dice. Change this over. 8, 19, 24, 34, 37, 46 points of damage in his first strike. Then he's going to use a bonus action attack. Same creature. $17 does hit. 15 more points of damage. And his direwolf is going to take a play.
Oh. That's metal.
Not metal.
Oh.
It's
plate.
It's like a really, really, really tanked up lobster.
Okay.
And the direwolf's gonna miss. But the cleric priests are going to take a hand. Casting spiritual weapon. and Sacred Flame. So the first shot is the spiritual weapon. Oh my goodness. There we are. It's tough finding the right dice.
Oh, I've got one right here.
Well, when you have a dice for almost every group of NPCs you're working with.
In order to make sure that you know who you rolled for.
Right.
I would have to put different characters into here. And jump between them.
Oh, priest, what are you doing? 17 will hit. So that's a D8. For 7 points of damage. And a shot of that. It will evade the Sacred Flame.
Oh.
But the second one is also going to take a swing. And that's a natural one.
Ah.
And the cleric is Arcane Flash. So as it attempts to cast spiritual
Sacred flame.
spiritual weapon,
Oh, spiritual.
the weapon suddenly flares with unexpected light, blinding the cleric until its next turn.
Oh.
The acolytes are not going to take a hand. Haha. And they all have spiritual weapon as well.
You can only put 8 spiritual weapons around the dude, right?
Well,
you got 10 of them, so you can hit.
I got 11, yeah.
How many
I got-
acolytes are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so you can
So I
hit
can
7
put
different
7. Yeah, they're each going to target a different. For now, they're going to just bomb one
ones. Okay.
with 6 of theirs, and then the final acolyte just goes and hits someone else.
Okay.
Because that's 6 plus 2, 8. So. All right, Sacred Flame. Here we go. No, spiritual weapon. That's a miss. Second. 16's a miss. 15's a miss. 14's a miss. 9 is a miss. And 7 rolls a 24 to hit. For 6 points of damage.
So that was 1 hit out of 7?
Yeah,
Or out of 8?
7. And they're all gonna go cast
Sacred flame.
Sacred Flame. It's a successful hit of Sacred Flame. Just 1d8. Just 5 points of damage. Next shot. Evade. Success. For 5 points of damage. Fail. For 4 points of damage. as in the bullet fails. Another successful Sacred Flame for 2 points of damage. Another successful Sacred Flame for 5 points of damage. The last Sacred Flame is a natural 1 on the creature's part, so it deals 11 points of damage and kills it.
So we're now down to 10?
Yes. And that's the end of the acolytes. So Bowden is going to walk up. And he is going to... He's going to have some fun. He is going to cast...
Who is this?
Bowden Cinderwalker, the paladin. He is going to... cast Bane. So that's a plus.
Huh?
I'm trying to remember Bowden's 8 plus proficiency in Scry as well, which is plus 12. Scry. 12 and 20 if I'm reading that correctly. There's a crap ton. It's gonna make a lot of sense.
How many can he bane at once?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Depends on...
It's only coming from my ears, right?
No, it's coming through the phone. It's not supposed to.
It's also coming from my ears.
Up to 3 creatures at first level. So Bane is going... So Bowden is going to.
Sorry about that.
We have 10 of these creatures left. Because one of them got spiritual weaponed and sacred flamed into the ground by the cleric priests and acolytes who rolled crazy high.
Oh, good. Glad they
Finn
did.
carved on one of them, the direwolf missed. The priests rolled a 20 on their initiative, and the acolytes rolled a 19 on their initiative, so they pounded the crud out of this thing.
That's awesome.
Bowden is now casting Bane on 3 of them.
Oh, excellent. All at the same time you can cast it on 3 of them?
Yep.
Sweet.
I don't exactly remember what Bowden's DC is, but I'm assuming it's a 12 and a 20, because I'm reading this as best I can.
Right.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. No, it can't be. It has to be. Hang on. Why is he plus 12? It's gotta be a plus 10 and a plus like 8 and an 18, a DC 18. I'm gonna run it as that for now until I can.
I like that
closely.
better.
Well, it makes more sense because the max he can go on his charisma is theoretically plus 5.
Okay.
So it's attack bonus is, in his case, charisma plus proficiency, which at level 16 is I'll work it out later. For now, he's a 10 and an 18.
Okay. That works.
Which they
That's
still,
about
the
right.
3 of them have not succeeded against. So, why did it autocorrect abandoned? So he pulls out a small vial of blood, drips it onto his finger, and then points it at the 3 of them while muttering incantations under his breath. And
Ron, do you recognize that particular thing, or
it's yours, actually.
was mine? Okay.
It's a divine spell. Bane.
Okay.
The creature, one of the material components is a drop of blood, so it
Makes
keeps a
sense.
vial of it.
That makes sense.
So, that's his turn. Lionel and Victor are next. Lionel is going to use Commander's Aura.
Good.
Which moves with him, so he's going to try to get in a 30-foot radius of as many people as he can.
Were we pretty spread out, or were we?
I mean, you were in a column about 2 or 3 wide down the road for 42 people, so.
So 3 wide would have been 14, 12.
Between 12 and 14 long, yeah, something like that. And so now he is going to just kind of ride towards the sellswords, who are most likely to negate at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Then Victor is going to take a run at the nearest creature, and Kellenbor is going to make a trampling charge.
Go, Calamar.
And Kellenbor hits. 17 will hit,
Oh, nice.
which means that's 13 points of damage. And it has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw. which it succeeds on,
Oh,
unfortunately. But now Victor's in range. He's going to use some of his maneuvers because there's no real reason not to at this point. He is going to use fainting attack.
Nice.
What attack?
Fainting at the IN.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I know,
Oh.
I know. Never fails. Which gives an advantage on the attack.
It's a good one to have in any kind of a video that you would be doing where you're having these things active.
Yeah. Advantage gives him a 27 to hit, which means he deals a measly 10 points of damage. His second attack is going to be a goading attack.
I haven't heard that one before.
Basically, it means that they have to make a save of some kind, or else they have disadvantage against everyone except him. Wisdom saving throw. Oh, boo. I forgot to add the D10 superiority dice to the damage.
Oh, good.
That's 3 points of damage.
Well,
So, it then has to make a wisdom saving throw, which it fails. He now deals on a hit, which he does hit. Should have made a wisdom saving throw after the hit, but whatever. He deals 23 points of damage,
Nice.
and any attack against it, if it attacks anything other than him, it is at disadvantage.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. And for his final attack,
he's going to split it.
hopefully,
Between the wizard.
he's going to make a trip attack.
Have you heard of a triple attack before?
27 to hit does hit. He deals 16 points of damage,
Nice.
and it has to make a strength saving throw, which it succeeds on. Otherwise, it would have gone prone.
Yeah.
Honestly, I should have done that at the start, but whatever.
Huh?
I said, honestly, I should have done that one at the start, but whatever. I was fainting instead of tripping. So that's... Victor is going to action surge, because he can, twice now. And he's going to attack again. Another 4 round of attacks, no maneuvers this time. I get that this is a magnificent moment, Dice, but you've betrayed me. You rolled a natural 20. And you'll understand why I say you betrayed me in a minute. "16 points of damage puts it in the ground.
Ah.
Oh, I forgot that it was baned. I should have rolled the d4 against its save.
Oops. Oh, well.
There's another one within range, whatever, so he's going to attack that one twice. 19 will hit for 11 points of damage. I've got a timer going.
No, I was just looking at mine, partially because of whether I'm going to have to borrow your charger.
16 will miss. That's his attacks. The High Priestess on the end... Shoot. Do you mind if I retcon for a moment?
Not at all.
Thank you. The High Priestess on the end of Bowden's turn and Lionel's turn. The Acolyte, Bowden, and Lionel's turn is going to do something.
Do something cool.
Hopefully. She's going to use all 3 of her legendary actions because I keep forgetting and I feel really stupid. So she can... She is going to cast... Which one is that? Here. No. Sorry. Are you? Here you are. Word of Radiance. She is within 5 feet of 3 of them.
What is a word of radiance? I don't think I've heard that one before.
It's a cantrip.
Even better.
And what it does is you utter a divine word and burning radiance erupts from you. Every creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage, increases by 1d6 when you reach 5th level, 11th level, and 17th level.
So if she's not say some of us are behind her. If she's not looking at us, she's the people that she can see in range, the people she's focusing on, right? Ugh. Okay.
Why?
Well, I mean, are we in any danger from her?
It's a her choice. She's not going to burn you guys. You saved her life.
I didn't know whether it was a.
No,
was
it's
a
every
choice.
creature of your choice that you can see.
Oh,
within
okay.
range.
Of her
So
choice. I missed of her
it's
choice.
everyone. She's within range of 3 of these things.
Okay, cool.
Which is going to be problematical in about a few
Yeah.
turns because she's within 5 feet of 3 of them.
Are they behind me or in front of me?
Above you. No, I'm sorry. You mean?
In order.
Oh, well, I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant physically.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say that she's not gonna use that one. I just wanted to use Word of Radiance. No, she's gonna
Well,
use
it's fine
Sacred.
with me.
No,
I just wasn't
I
understanding.
don't want her
it.
within range of 3 of these things.
That's a really good
I'm
point.
gonna
That's
say
a
that
lot
she
of
was safe back a little bit further back, and she's gonna cast Sacred Flame 3 times.
My favorite.
So, Sacred Flame. Fail on their part. Fail on their part. Fail on their part. So, the one that's being attacked is going to get pounded 3 times with Sacred Flame.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's 6, 9, 16, and under 9 is 24.
Wow. Nice.
That's her legendary actions.
Wow.
She can, and she's going to get her legendary actions back at the start of her turn, and she is going to cast something nasty. Yeah, she's going to cast Flame Strike.
Oh, yes. Oh, she's my kind of girl. That's a fun one.
Yes, it is.
I mean, unless you're on the receiving end of it, obviously, but it just feels very cool.
I gotta remember what I do with it. I don't play enough of these divine characters.
Right, I've got my card someplace, but I think
No,
you'll
it's
get there
right
faster.
there. Dexterity saving throw, 10-foot radius. Unfortunately, they're not that close together. So, well, 10-foot radius, so 20 feet, I can get two of them. I get the two baned ones.
The two what?
Baned ones.
Oh.
4d6, 4d6. Jeez Louise.
Maybe it put a mask on him.
Okay. So, I need that, and I need that. That's a fail. And that's a fail. So, that's 4d6 fire and 4d6 radiant.
Wow.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think this critter has any resistances to fire or radiant. No.
Nice.
So that's 8, 14, 19, 25, 26, 30.
Wow.
And 30. Okay. That's the priestess. Now it's their turn. The one of the two that just got seared by a flame strike is going to begin tunneling into the ground. The soil collapsing behind it as it retreats.
Good.
So we're down to how many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And the other one is going to check his spell book quickly to see what Bane does to him,
Because he doesn't know.
because he's forgotten whether it deals with.
Oh, I thought you meant they had spells.
Yeah. I mean, they might, but I wouldn't tell you that. Attack roll or saving throw, okay. So, it's going to make... yeah, it's going to make a deadly leap at Finnan. Which... Ugh. Means that it will jump about 20 feet at Finnan,
Wow.
and both he and his wolf buddy gotta make dex or strength saves. It's a success for Finnan and a fail for the wolf.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave the wolf alone because I don't want to kill it.
That would be too...
That would be horrible. That would be just
Really bad.
too horrible. So Finnan is fine, but the one that is already near him is going to come over and take a bite at him. Miss the D4. Turns that into a 6. So it fails. There are currently now, with the second deadly leap, there are 3 of these creatures trying to chomp down on Finnan.
Not good.
And he succeeds again with evasion, he's fine. The rest are going to just kind of attack around them, which you
It's acolytes? No.
Yeah, it's the first one is going to take a shot at Bowden.
When you say take a shot, did you carry weapons?
No, I was trying to bite him.
Okay, just a bite.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
that thing that I showed you earlier. That,
Yeah, I didn't think there was a weapon that I had seen, so I wanted
No.
to just clarify.
That's a -2 to hit, or a -2 to hit. It rolled a 2 on its. No, I'm sorry, not a -2. That's a 11. That's a 9. That's a 5 to hit. My bad.
Not gonna work.
And I said there's 3 there. 4. Fifth one is going to attack a sellsword. That's a 15 to hit. Excuse me, which does hit. So, the sellsword, nameless. That's my organizer. It's 24 points of piercing damage. And then yeah, I'm just gonna say the rest of them tackle sellswords for now,
Okay.
except for the last 2, which each take a crusader or temple guard.
Temple guard. Yeah.
So, ooh, that's a hit. It's 36 points of damage. And then attack on the Temple Guardian. That's an 11. Miss. And the last one. Wait. It's 22, which does hit. For 25 points of damage.
Whoa.
Okay. Now that they've had their fun, Rondir, you're up.
I really don't like the idea that they keep attacking Finland. I think it's unfair of them to target this little guy that's a friend of mine. And since we likely don't have another attack today, I'm going to do chain lightning against the 3 that are attacking him plus 1 other that's close.
Go for it.
And because I don't think we use chain lightning very often, you know.
That's a,
That's as good a reason as any.
that's an interesting one.
So I need to do 10 d8s.
Quick question. Does a natural 20 override a negatory effect such as Bane, in your opinion? bearing in mind this rule will cut both ways. So
Right, understood. So the natural
say I
20
roll a natural 20, but I'm under the effects of Bane.
And Bane does what in terms?
Minus 1d4 from attacks and saving throws.
A natural 20 gives a lot of advantages. I think in the same way that if we rolled a natural 1 and we were in some sort of an advantage situation, it might have some sort of an impact. Not like rolling with advantage, but like if there was...
Less.
Yeah.
The opposite of Bane.
Yeah. I would think a natural 1 would be like, oh no. So I would think 1 and 20 are different.
Alright.
Bummer.
So one of them did roll. The one under Bane rolled a natural 20, in case you hadn't figured out what I was
Figured something
trying to
was
work
going
out
on,
here.
yes,
However, the other 3 did not. You want some d8s?
Actually, yeah. I'll just.
How many do you need?
Well, I've got. I can't remember what it was. That's the problem. I have to add them all up individually and keep them in my head. So I'll just start over.
Okay. How many do you need?
It's 10 d8s. I've got 1.
That's a hard way to go.
6, 7,
Didn't I give you 8?
9.
I gave you 8s. I gave you 10s.
That should be 9 right there.
Whoop.
Into the glass.
I thought I went in the glass. Okay. I need the bigger jar for that. How about giving me 88? Okay. $54.
Nice. Is that
All right.
3 of them? Or
It's 3 of them because one of them got a 20.
Okay. They're hurt. Thank you. They're badly hurt. The sellswords are now going to attack, and I'm going to say that statistically, based on the fact that 5 of them were able to kill a creature last time when it was relatively uninjured.
True.
So I'm just going to say that statistically, 4 of these creatures are going to die.
Yes, that would make sense.
The ones that I just hit, 3 of them could go easily if they go after them.
But you make a good point, so they're going to target the uninjured ones, knowing what they know.
Oh, that's nice.
There's only 4 injured ones left.
Okay.
Injured ones left
Yes.
or uninjured
Right.
ones?
Injured.
The injured ones. They took the 4 remaining uninjured ones
Right,
and
because they can do
slaughtered
more
them
damage,
because
yeah.
with Warhorse and Sandpouch and Auto Hit and D10
Yeah.
and +3,
And
statistically,
Yeah.
4 of them, between 4 and 5 of them last time killed
Right.
one of these creatures. We're going to finish this initiative round. Adra, you're
Do I
up.
get to go? Okay, good. So we got 3 that are injured, right?
4,
4 that are injured.
yes, and 1 under Bane.
Okay. I'm gonna flambe the one under Bane.
Okay.
Do you have your spiritual weapon out of there?
Not
I
yet.
don't, but I don't think there's gonna be any point to it, to be quite honest.
Yeesh.
I'm
What's your
wondering-
DC again? 20?
My DC is 20.
Darn, 21.
I thought he was under Bane.
He is. He rolled a 2 on his D4 for Bane. He rolled an 18, and he gets a +5 Oh no, wait, this is Dex.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, you're fine.
Okay, good. I'm like, wait a minute.
I was like, shoot, because I forgot that it wasn't a con save, because you got a +5 con save.
17.
Okay. I'm gonna say that Elizabeth kills the one under Bane, because that's her turn next, and I have
No doubt.
really no reasonable doubt that she will with Action Surge.
Right.
Which leaves the last 3 to be mopped up over the next 2 turns or so. Reasonably speaking, I'll say that nobody dies, because these things can't kill one of these guys in one go.
Right. Yeah.
And mostly they're still targeting Finnan.
And so he's safe.
Well, I'll make 2 attacks against him just to see if he gets hit, but with the priestess doing the legendary actions, I don't think we get around to that, because I forgot that she had 3 more legendary actions that should have shot off.
Oh.
Because they restarted her turn.
Oh,
So
right.
we'll just say that they did not get around to their turn again.
Yes.
With the priestess blasting off legendary actions, another flame strike, and things. And so they're dead.
Okay. That was quite. It reminds me of a description of the Grinch. They were a smile or a group most unpleasant.
Yes. So with a little bit of talking around the campfire that night, you determine that these are what are known as bullets.
Bullets.
B-U-L-E-T-T-E.
All right. Yeah.
And they are also known as land sharks, which is where that
Right.
forgotten reference you
Yeah.
had in your brain was.
Right.
They are particularly fond of halfling meat,
Oh.
and had a commensurate dislike for elven or dwarven meat.
Oh, I'm so happy. I didn't know that.
So they that's why they were constantly chasing Finnan around.
Gotcha.
So they either were killed or driven off, but they exist in these grasslands around the.
And they live in tunnels underneath, kind of like moles.
They're ambush predators, more like yeah, they're land sharks because
Yeah,
they
right.
live under the ground. They listen, they feel for the vibrations of prey, and then they burst
we're
up out of the
riding
ground and
horses.
attack.
Yeah.
42 horses are
Hard to
quite the thing.
Yeah.
All right, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Everyone, I appreciate you coming along on this this thing. If you enjoyed what you saw, best way to support the channel is to go to the Printify shop, Nightwalker's Bazaar, and purchase some of our merch. If you'd like to help the channel grow, best way to help the algorithm is to drop a like, leave a comment, share it on social media, tell your friends about it, and as always, stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay adventurous, and we'll catch you on the flip side.